What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part of damn sucks I upload this one for you guys, because this video we'll be taking a look at a foreign film that really spoke to me on what it means to accomplish your dreams, and that would be Minari. So this movie came out back in 2020 and tells the story of a South Korean family moving to Arkansas, where the father of the family sets out to accomplish his American dream. And one of the reasons why I was so interested in watching this film is that the main character, the father, is played by Stephen Young, so it's nice to see what this former Walking Dead star has been up to. But anyway, the movie takes place somewhere in the early 80s, where we follow this father of an immigrant family who takes his wife and kids to Arkansas, where he plans to start his own farm. Which is a crazy idea to the wife, but when her husband explains to her that he is tired of working as someone who has to determine the sex between male chicks and female chicks by looking at their butts day in and day out, he believes that this farm will be a much better financial support for the family. And so throughout the film, we watch this man do whatever it takes to start his own farm, which means making several financial decisions that raises the wife's eyebrow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom would be upset too if my dad decided to redirect our main water line to go straight to the crops. But anyway, while both parents are at work, it falls upon the wife's mother, who flies from South Korea to watch over the kids. And let me tell you, the grandma steals the entire movie, and so does the little boy as well. Watching these two characters interact with one another, it sort of reminds me of the relationship I have with my grandma, who is also an immigrant. Because when these two characters are introduced to one another, you can see that there's a distinct difference of what culture each of them represent. Or the grandma, you see how she only speaks Korean and doesn't understand any English, but at the same time tries to introduce these kids to their Korean heritage. As for the little boy, he represents the kids that are born into this country who are a bit rebellious towards their heritage because they want to fit in with the other kids that are considered Americans. And when you watch these two interact with one another, you begin to see how the different views of culture and heritage begin to collide with one another, as you start to see these two characters get on each other's nerves. Now, I won't spoil anything, but there's a moment where things go too far between these two, as the little boy does something very bad to his grandma. But anyway, going back to the husband and wife, throughout the whole movie, you see these two butt heads with one another, where we watch this man try to provide a better future for his family while the wife is struggling to get on board. And I remember watching this movie with my family, where both my mom and dad begin to make their arguments for both the husband and wife in the film. For my mom, she began to understand what the wife was going through as she was enduring the hardships that her husband was putting their family through. As for my dad, he could see where the husband was coming from, as it is the man's job to provide for the family. And if he has to go through hell in order to do that, then so be it. That's really cool when you see how a film can spark up a whole conversation on what it means to accomplish something that you can be proud of. One of the other things that I really loved about this film is how well contained the story is. Now, what I mean by that is that the story's main focus is about this immigrant family's struggle with starting their own farm, and how this affects each and every member of the family. And I love how even though there are some struggles that these characters go through, there's no escalation that makes things over dramatic. The only bad thing that ever happens is near the end of the movie, but even from that, the family is still able to recover from it. Also, speaking of which, I'm not gonna lie, I actually cried near the end of the movie, because despite some of the struggles and obstacles that everyone went through, at the end of the day, they're still family, and that's all that matters. So overall, I really love this film, as it shows us all that with a little hard work, you can accomplish your dreams. I also like how this movie got some Oscar recognition back in 2021, where the woman who played the old grandma won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. So if you're interested in watching a heartwarming movie about family and hard work, you should definitely check out this film. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review for Minari. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you can get all these updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.